y'all already know, because all of us were stuck in the same situation with the darn pandemic. I done thought myself to release a book and then couldn't celebrate it. So thank y'all so much for coming out on the release of my first book, published by my publishing company, Not for Lazy Mom Books, Potty Training Mommy and Daddy. And I'm so excited to share this with you all, but I'm not going to bore you with that kind of conversation because most of y'all have grown kids who I hope are potty trained at this point. So I do want to have a little Q&A situation with my husband. Before I get into it, I do want to say that 20% of all of the sales from today are going to be going to the Chris Sammys Foundation, a foundation that we started in 2007. Which was started because of Chris's passion for children in the community, in the inner city, and he wanted to help them when it came to funding them going to camps and different things that they maybe couldn't afford. And we were able to do a lot for people. Chris gave away a house. We give away turkeys at times. Whatever the community needs, when it needs to be stabilized, that's what the Chris Sammys Foundation does. So I thank you for that. Also, 20% of the book proceeds will be going to the Chris Sammys Foundation as well. And did you want to say anything about the foundation?
No, I think you covered it all. And last minute, she told me I got to talk about the foundation. I've been over here nervous, practicing. I've been drinking. I'm like, all right, I'm going to knock this out. She knocked it all out. It's all good. We moving on now.
That's what women do. We have your back.
That's right.
Yes. So thank y'all for that, and thank you so much to Kendra Scott and all of you representatives here from Kendra Scott for allowing us to, for hosting our event and allowing us to be here today. It was a beautiful event. They have beautiful pieces. I'm actually wearing one of their necklaces that I bought like a year ago. I have one of their rings on. I have a necklace that has a double dangle that people always ask, where did you get that from? I'm like, Kendra Scott. So make sure y'all, if you bought something, buy some more. And they're also celebrating the launch of their new menswear line, Scott Bros. And I think it's wonderful. They're also going to have even more pieces come out for men. So it's just in time for Father's Day. So make sure you get your husband, your brother, your dad, everybody. Get everybody a bracelet. Finally, if you haven't entered into the contest, we're doing a giveaway. So my other company, Mila Eve Essentials, I'm actually donating a kit. It's called Common Sense. And I designed this kit especially for men, although women can also use it. But it's a self-care kit. It comes with jojoba, which is great for the skin, and 4 different essential oils. So we're giving that away. And Kendra Scott so graciously is giving away a necklace. So if you haven't entered into the drawing, it's at the back table there. And other than that, we'll get started with our little informal chat. And I'm going to try not to out-talk my husband, because in reality...
Y'all know I'm just a sidekick now. So
no.
It's all good, though.
Whatever.
I am the sidekick now, baby.
Now?
Yeah, now.
Oh, my God. Y'all know Chris talk more than me, so he gonna sit up here and act like he all shy and stuff.
We ain't talking about football today, so I'm not gonna talk too much.
You can relate it to football, like conversations about marriage and
we
relationships.
We can talk about different positions.
Oh Lord, here he go. Here he go.
I want to be the quarterback. I'm gonna let her be the center. Let me stop. I don't want to get in trouble. I want to sleep in the same bed tonight.
The real Chris has entered the building. Welcome. So one of our mottos at Not for Lazy Moms is we want it all, we do it all. And people often ask how. Well, my first response is to surround yourself with a great team, whether that's your husband, your spouse, whether that's your relatives, your mom, if you're so lucky to live in the same area as your parents, and then close friends, family, co-workers, workers, whomever. Have a great team, a great solid base, and watch the energy that you bring around you. If I haven't learned anything over the past 4 years, it's to watch the energy that comes up in my space. And y'all, I need to start another business and just like start burning sage for everybody, because I promise you, as soon as I go home, anytime people come over, I'm saging the mess out of my house when they leave. But I just want to keep my energy clean. My Palo Santo sticks, they be working in the overdrive. But yes, so watch your energy. And one of the main things that I've learned when it comes to just marriage and even relationships in general is recognizing your role. So recognizing which areas you excel in and not trying to push off different roles onto your spouse or friends or whoever that you think people should do based off of gender or even in their professional careers. Because not every time when you come home do you want to do the things that maybe you do at work. Or maybe at home you're better at stacking the dishes or vacuuming. Where Riley? Because Riley know every time she come over, she cracks up at Chris with that dang on duster buster.
Jeff was just talking about Mr. Clean, because he saw me vacuuming.
Always with that darn duster buster, which I bought for my parrot because he, drops stuff on the floor, and Chris be all over the living room. I'd be like, dude, just get the big vacuum. Like, you're literally gonna break your back using that little duster
Yeah, my back be hurting a lot.
So watching out for gender roles. And when it comes to, I'll just give you an example. With Chris and I am the handyman of the house. I'm the fixer. I'm the person when the toilets need to be changed, the toilet seat, I'm like popping the joint off and ordering the part. I'm doing all of those things. And Chris be looking like, how in the world did you learn how to do that? My daughter had her tooth fall out and it fell into the sink. She runs downstairs screaming, crying. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, Mommy, my tooth fell out. I was like, well, that's good. She said, it went down the drain. So I'm like, oh, Lord. I said, come on, let's go upstairs. I go upstairs. I said, did you turn the water off? She said, yes. I said, okay, no problem. I reach under the sink. I told them, my son and my daughter, I said, just watch Mommy so you'll know what to do. I turn the water off underneath the sink. I unscrew the pipe that has the little U, and then I take the pipe off. I plug the sink, and then I pour it, and bam, there's the tooth. And they're like, Mommy, you know how to do everything. How did you do that? She's hugging me. She's so happy because she got her tooth. So
good thing I wasn't up there. It'd have been like flush down the toilet. It'd have been over with.
So we try to respect what each other knows how to do, and I just know how to do a lot because my dad taught me all of those things. And then, Chris, you can tell them what you be doing.
I vacuum, I do the dishes, I give my kids baths, I love on you, and pretty much it. But no, that's one thing that is true. Like, I think a lot of people mess up because they kind of want to put certain stipulations on, the spouse or the person that you're with. They put certain expectations on them and stuff like that. But that's one thing that we kind of made the adjustment. And at times she'll get frustrated with certain things and I'll get frustrated. We work through it, we communicate. I think that's the most important thing. I'm not a handyman. My dad didn't teach me those things. So, at the end of the day, I just kind of go with the flow of what I'm good at. And it's a lot of little knick-knack stuff. And, sometimes I'm taking a woman's role in some areas with my kids or family, and I'm fine with that. If it works for us, then it works. As simple as that.
And y'all, he is good at taking my Mila Eve Essential boxes to the UPS store.
She gave me another job,
listen here.
Man. I was supposed to be retired, but now I'm hauling boxes now.
Well, if we ever went broke, you can work for UPS.
That's
You'll
right.
know what to do. You'll know what to do. But no, so it works. I'm downstairs filling my orders, and then I'm like, baby, I got some packages to drop off. Can you take them? And he be like, look, that's my job. I got this.
Yeah, I got that.
He be proud about it.
I can't load them up, though. And down there with the oils, I'm not doing all that.
Yeah, he won't do that.
Yeah.
But no, so another point that we wanted to make was talking about just having expectations, removing the expectations, which is hard because a lot of times in my mind, Chris should already know what I need, especially when I'm huffing and puffing as I'm doing it. I'm like, he ain't getting a hint yet, but I had to get to a point where we would have these talks when we have these blow-ups, and then I'm like, well, this is what I need. This is what you're doing that frustrates me. Then he tells me what I'm doing, which is hardly ever anything.
Got me rolling my eyes over here. I don't even roll my eyes for real.
But then he tells me what he needs, and then we get to a point where we're like, oh, okay, I didn't realize that's what you wanted from me, and we have these conversations, and then we're able to, at least go 2 days without arguing. So sometimes it works, right?
It's simple what I need. You already know.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
No, for real, it's just two things in life. That's it. Respect and you know the other one. That's it. Men are simple. Women, if y'all got an unhappy house or you're having some riffraff, that's all a man needs, respect and other thing, and he good, If I can get that, I'm straight.
Oh, my God. And sometimes I just feel like I need a wife. I need somebody that does what I do for me.
We ain't doing all that.
I'm just saying, like, you got a wife and I need a wife too. We ain't got to do nothing. Just let her, do all of the wifely duties. So I could just do my Miller Eve orders and tuck my kids in bed and then tuck you in bed. And then I had the energy. Oh my gosh. Setting goals. So goal setting, which is a hard one, but what I typically do is I try to make a list. I love my list. I made a list and I got him, so it works. So my 60 qualities that I want in a man. But no, setting goals really helps because a lot of times, personally, I'll have so much to do. I have so much on my plate, and then I get really overwhelmed. And then when I get overwhelmed, I get really cranky and frustrated. And I was looking. No. I'm good.
In the hot seat, man.
You ain't about to mess up this beat. Jeff worked hard on this face. I ain't about to wipe it off. No, but setting goals is a huge one because a lot of times if you just prioritize what's most important, then you realize other things can wait till later. And getting to that point where you can get to that point where you can prioritize does take a lot of work and effort. Chris has witnessed me do that so many different times where it's like I'm up till 4 a.m, getting back up at 8, doing all of the extra work in advance so that I can then have a smooth sailing flow later on. And then you can talk about even setting goals with your football and how you talk to your kids. And all. Chris looking at me like a deer in headlights. Chime in, because you know I'm going to keep talking if you don't talk.
Actually, I was waiting on you to get done so I can just brag on you. You're a great wife.
Thank you.
Great mom. I love you. You're beautiful. And, I just love you. I'm blessed. And I've said this before, I was a street runner, typical athlete, and I never could view myself getting married. But when I met Monique, we started out as friends, and, we just kicking it, messing around, nothing serious. But eventually,
we was hump buddies.
Yeah, I ain't want to be ghetto, but yeah, we was sinning, I ain't gonna lie. But we ain't sinning no more, and I love my wife, and she got my back and I got her back. We got a beautiful family, and I'm really just blessed. And I'm proud of you because, when I played, you were my number one supporter. You always kind of, took the bad guy role for me. If I was signing autographs and you didn't want to make me look bad, you would butt in. And you look at Monique making a little bit of money there.
That's me, y'all.
That's another reason I like it too. She bringing in some bread, but hey, but no, she always held me down when I played. She handled everything, and now as my wife, she still handles a lot. I'll be honest, it's a lot of different things that I probably should be on top of as the man, and she holds it down, and I hold her down in other areas. But you're the best choice I ever made in life.
Oh, thank you.
Best choice I ever made in life. I love you. You're just a beautiful person inside and out. And no, baby, I really
y'all,
I'm a happy dude, y'all.
He is working
and
hard for them jobs.
And the people that's in our house, Leaf and different people that come over regularly, we have our spats, but at the end of the day, I know this woman got my back, and I got her back.
Absolutely.
And we have a beautiful family. I love this woman with all of my heart, and I don't want nothing else.
Oh, thank you, baby.
You know it's on tonight. I did what I had to do. Can't look at Carol over that ladder. But no, that's real. I love this woman, y'all. Great woman. All right, I'm through now, right? I'm good?
Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. But no, Chris.
And last thing, too. Monique, I'm really proud of her for everything that she's accomplished on the business side of things. The podcast, the book, Mila Eve. Mila Eve is blowing up and doing a great job. Mm-hmm. And not only is it making money, but it's helping people. I think that's probably the most important thing.
Number one.
That's her passion. And I'm just proud of you. I mean, a lot of times you're busy, you're working, and I'm giving the kids baths and, helping out and feeding them and stuff like that. But I understand what you're doing, and I'm going to be right there waiting on you when you're done.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Right. I tell Chris his years of grinding. I remember when he was grinding and he was doing his NFL thing, and I had to just be patient. And now I'm like, it's crazy how your life was sometimes parallel. And I'm at that position, and the drive is there, the hunger is there, and you're so laser focused on your goal that sometimes you forget to be extra affectionate, or you forget, and I'm guilty of it. And I tell him all the time, I'm like, baby, I'm sorry, I know.
Things I need.
I know, but I be tired sometimes. I be like, look, I get that pillow, I get in that bed, I be looking at that pillow. Then I look at Chris, I be like, man, that pillow look real good right there. I think I'm about to cuddle up with that pillow. And then he sneak attacked me. No, but it is not easy. And let me tell you, Chris and I mean, we're great speakers. We're great at telling our story. But let me tell you, it's a struggle. It's a struggle at times. And anybody that's been around us, y'all know we will argue right in front of you, and then we'll make up 5 seconds later. We was on our way to the gun range, and Ashanti was in the car. And we was on our way to the gun range, and we just had like a 5-second argument, and everybody just got quiet. And I was like, well, can't wait to start shooting once we get there.
Just don't shoot me, we all right.
Right. Gotta let it out somehow. But we give people a little taste of what real marriage is like all the time. And I'm not even ashamed about it, because look here, it's not easy, but at the end of the day, you have to know what you want. I want my husband. I made a great choice. He made an even better choice. But but no, it's like, you know what you want. He's my soulmate. He matches me in every way. Even when he gets on my nerves, I'd be like, I can't imagine dealing with anybody else and them getting on my nerves to this point, because I would have just left, But he's a person who I will ride with to the end of times, till the wheels fall off and everything else, So I appreciate you, and I love you too, baby.
Thank you, baby.
Yes. I'm going to get some tonight. Did I do good? So my last point is self-care. And actually, Chris brought this point up. Do you want to go ahead and start off?
I can't remember.
Well, you said self-care in the car.
Oh, I got it. No, so basically, sometimes you get caught up in the flow of doing so many different things, catering to other people, whether it's your spouse or the kids, and you get to a breaking point. You tend to get overwhelmed. At that point, you got to backpedal a little bit and take care of yourself, whether it's a massage, going to the spa. If you like drinking wine, you drink the wine, and if you're into other stuff, get into other stuff. Long as it's respectful. But no, the thing
Smoking
is,
that tweed.
All right, I ain't want to say that. Hey,
It's
I'll
legal.
get in trouble if I bring stuff up like this. She be like, I can't believe you said that. But if you want to say that, if you're into tweed, I ain't into tweed, but I'm into Caymus the red wine. I've graduated from all of those, childish things, But all right, I'll eat an edible from time to time. Hey, just to calm my nerves. But at the end of the day, though, you have to take, some time. Let your spouse know, listen, I'm overwhelmed. I'm frustrated. Can I go to the spa? Can I get a massage or whatever? And you go handle your business and take care of yourself, because, if you're no good, if you're not 100%, then how you going to give to the other people around you?
Exactly. I think one of the best things that we ever could have did was Mondays are the days where I don't book anything. And that's the day where Chris gets 2 hours, and then I get 2 hours. No kids, he ain't got me.
Massage.
And we both chose what it was that we want to do for those 2 hours. And me, I'm like, I want a 2-hour massage. So every Monday, we both get 2-hour massages. And he goes into the furthest room so that he don't hear the kids and the parrot and the puppy and all of that other crap. And then I'm with the kids. And then when he gets off the table, then we switch roles. But it is the most...
And that's the best 2 hours of sleep you get all week.
Oh, my God. I'd be knocked out on that table. But it's the best. It's nice because in those 2 hours, I don't have to think about anything. I'm like, this is my time. I'm not thinking about the kids. I'm not thinking about work. I'm not thinking about anything. And I had to actually train myself to turn off, which is difficult. So for us in our marriage, that also helps because it just gives you that reset. So we do it on Monday at the top of the week. And that's something that we do, and we're dedicated to doing it. It's something that's important to us. So I tell people all the time, even if it's just 1 hour a week, which sounds like, oh, that's nothing. Let me give myself a day. Well, if you start off with just 1 hour, that 1 hour can really do something. And it's something that's attainable. So if you set these goals that are so high and you're like, I'm going to do 3 hours in the morning, then when you don't do the 3 hours and you feel let down, then you just stop altogether. So I always say start out with just an hour, talk to your spouse and say, all right, what day do you want your hour? What day you want yours? All right, let's work it out, and then you stick to it. And let me tell you, it definitely helps. It definitely works. But once again, I just want to, did you have anything else that you want to say?
No, that's it, baby.
You ain't want to brag on me some more?
I'll brag on you later.
Thank y'all again so much for coming out. I really appreciate all of you being here, for supporting. Make sure you visit notforlazymoms.com. Check out our YouTube channel. I go live every Wednesday on Tea with Monique. And then we have our Wind Down Wednesdays every other week on our Not for Lazy Moms channel. Shout out to Riley, who's my co-host on that channel. So, thank y'all so much. And make sure y'all check out Binder Time Stories. It's really juicy.
And one more thing. I know you got a lot on your plate. Go ahead and shout out everybody that's been, holding us down and helping out and supporting us.
Oh, man.
It's a lot of people, but...
Yeah, holding us down, Leaf. Number one,
Leaf, raise your hand, Leaf.
literally Leaf.
No, Leaf is a lifesaver. She's
Oh
a
my
blessing
God.
to us.
Let me brag on Leaf. While I'm over here talking about I need a wife. Leaf, I'm about to steal you from Hamed.
Chef Mel in the back.
Yes, we
2
keep
times a week. Mel, my trainer Omar get me back in shape so I can last longer. Omar, I ain't mad at you.
Last longer. Ashanti has been helping me with my Mila Eve Essentials and Not for Lazy Moms.
That's
She's been
right.
holding it down.
Raise your hand, Ashanti.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Allie.
Allie, my podcast co-host.
Allie in the building.
Yes. Julie is here, who actually signed my podcast to Podcast One. Aaron Washington, who I've known for like years, and then we had lunch one day and didn't even realize that we had platforms that were doing the same thing, and we were like, all right, how are we going to help each other? And that's what we've been doing. Aaron had her book signing here, last year, and yeah, I copied, and but that's what we do. Yes, listen here, and y'all got to check out her book called Squats and Margaritas, which is an amazing book about her journey with fitness and just self-awareness and being a mom, and how she looks so amazing. Like, I don't even understand how she has 2 kids, and she's in the best shape of her entire life after kids, and she talks about that in her book. So y'all make sure y'all pick it up.
Your other husband?
Jeff, my makeup glam husband. He the only one that can rub on my legs and my boobs.
And look at her
besides
boobs and
Chris.
everything else.
Yes, and Tasha, my lock sister. We both got locks at the same time. But Tasha is responsible for all my Afrocentric hairstyles over the years on the show and everything else. Oh my goodness, so many people, but I appreciate it.
And we miss somebody, we love you too.
Yes. Thank you. And shout out to Dexter. Dexter's the one that actually did the whole Binder Time story series. He does all of my videos for Mila Eve Essentials. He's so patient. And y'all know I could be so bossy, and he just listens and be like, okay.
You ain't bossy, baby. You just know what you want.
Look, Dexter is so patient. He'd be over my house for like 4 or 5 hours editing Binder Time. Yeah, so thank you, and thank you for being here tonight. Once again, thank you, Kendra Scott, and all the staff here. Y'all are amazing, and thank you. Keep shopping, support. This way they'll say, yes, we're going to do another event with Monique. So y'all have a good night. Make sure we get pictures on the red carpet, and if y'all purchase any more books, I'll be back there signing.